says Carl.
What in the world is that? I mean, they've never seen anything like it. Hey, it's Jason with Denwerks with little Stanny boy here, and my accomplice, Mrs. D.
Hello there.
She's driving the El Camino. I want to call it the Conquistador, but it's a Conquista.
Conquista.
Very, very cool rig. Just look at it.
Awesome.
You know, I got in trouble the other day on one of her auctions. She was standing there and I said, just seeing you with that truck, I was like, man, that truck looks
No,
good.
here's what happened. You said, I'm standing here and I'm looking at you and I'm looking at this truck. That is a nice truck. That's it. So you tell me, people who are watching this video, is that a recipe for husbands getting in trouble? I think so.
Yeah. Hey, I'm trying to teach these guys a lesson. Don't do that.
But the Conquista, on the other hand,
yes,
looks amazing.
That's a beautiful car or truck. That's always been the debate, but I liked what someone called it. They called it a truck. And these are super, super cool. I've always liked them. This is a 1981 two-tone cream with, I forgot the color of the name. It's kind of a goldish green Conquista. And what's cool about it's the 305 factory four-speed manual, and it also has a factory CB integrated in the radio from GM. It is so cool.
So awesome.
And so if you want to check us out on our website, it's Denwerks, DENWERKS. Also, if you want to see rigs that we're going to be putting on Bring a Trailer, if you need help selling something on Bring a Trailer, we're helping a friend with this one. We don't like smoke and mirrors, but you can check us out on
Instagram, Denwerks_vintage_cars. You'll find us. If you want to see little sneak peeks of stuff we get, that's usually the first place because we get excited, so we'll post photos. And then we have a podcast too called No Reserve. It's me and Jason, and we talk about marriage, cars, Stanley, our cows, lots of different stuff. So hopefully you'll listen in.
And you'll catch me on there making bad marriage advice or things that not what to do like I did earlier.
Just your wife always looks better than the vehicle, even if you really think the vehicle looks better.
Hey,
that's basic.
Check this out. Seeing that El Camino and you with that El Camino, you look awesome.
Thank you.
So, hey, this thing is really, really cool. I've actually, you know, about a year and a half ago, some folks called me about it actually, and their dad had it for many years, and over 25 years, I believe. But he had it. It was COVID and all that stuff, and they told me about it, and I kind of gave him a loose appraisal because I'm a classic car appraiser. The thing they didn't tell me, I just saw one picture of it, and I would have never thought to ask. They didn't tell me that it was a 4-speed, like I mentioned earlier. You can see right there, factory 4-speed, the original cover and everything. They only built 637 of these in 81. They did build some, believe it or not, 3-speed manuals. They built more of those, but 637 4-speeds. And I love this body style, especially with the single headlights. I grew up, my parents had a station wagon, not a 4-speed, but I grew up in a similar looking rig, but in a station wagon. And when me and Mrs. D met, I actually had that at college. And who would have known that station wagons would have been worth what they're worth today. But anyways, the folks wanted to sell it for their dad, and who had passed away. And in the meantime, I didn't really pursue it. I should have pursued it, but I'm glad it's here today. A friend of mine actually ended up buying it, and I didn't actually even know that he bought it. And then he had told me about it just recently, and he's had it for over a year, and here it is today. So really, really cool. He did a few upgrades and things, and we did some stuff to it as well. So it is a no reserve auction. Top bid is going to get it, obviously, and overall it's in really nice shape. It has been repainted, and I don't know the history of that. I haven't seen any accident damage. We have it up on my lift. It's really nice. And if you look at the original brochure for an El Camino in this year, they have the same exact one on there. Wheels, the hubcaps, paint scheme, and everything. If you look at the brochure, you'll see that. So I'm going to walk around it here real fast, and I'll just point out different things about it. The grill is in really nice shape. Mrs. D will hop in it when we come back around. We'll show all the lights and everything, but the grill is in really nice shape. The chrome looks good. Rubber molding. You'll see a little bit of wear because the car has been driven. It's got, I think it shows 56,000 on the odometer. I don't think it's 56,000 miles. It could be. There's always debates on that, but it's a 5-digit odometer, so let's just assume it's 156. If you look at the paint, it looks good, but you'll see it's a little bit of, not oxidation, but a little bit of crazing, a couple little things, imperfections, but mostly just from age. You know, it looks really good out here in the sun. If you get it in lights and you get it at different angles, it's not wavy or anything like that. You'll just see just a little bit of age to the paint. I'll try to point out different chips, little scratches, and different things. There is some, I did see, we'll get on the other side, you'll see a couple little tiny, little micro blisters. And sometimes you can see maybe a few on the hood. Nothing big, you can kind of see a little bit right there, and hopefully you can see that. But look around the wheel lips, they look good. You can see they didn't prep this when they painted it. Here you can see a little flaking off here. If I was going to redo this, I wouldn't redo the car obviously, but I would just have this spot painted back so it looks nice. Original hubcaps, you can see a little scrape right there. Hand cooked tires and the date code on them, I believe it's 2020. They're 215/70 14s on those, but wheel lip moldings look good. Stripes look good. It did have a canopy on it. You can see it right here, and it's not a tape line, it's just for a wear mark that goes around here, and you can see a little tape line, or not tape line, a little just wear mark because the canopies came over the top. Little chip right there. It does look nice and straight down the side. If you look down there, you can see one little tiny ding right there. But overall, the car isn't rusty. Really, really, really clean underneath. If you look back here, you can see these little plugs. There's one right there, one over there, and two in the corner. I believe that's from a tie down from the canopy on the inside. I've always loved the round windows in these as well. And you can see the bed is in really nice shape. You see a little bit of paint surface rust right here on the corner that's been touched up. But we'll just take a look at the bed here again. It's nice underneath here. Very nice. This may be the original paint in here, I'm not sure. If you look at the back, it looks good. A ding right here, and the bumper, this could be repainted black around here, but here you can see the little wear on it for when the canopy was on it. Little blister right there on the chrome. Overall, it looks nice. I'm going to take you on the other side. Couple little dings on here. I'm going to look down the side real fast. I forgot, this is our 294th auction on Bring a Trailer, by the way, too. Getting really close to 300. I'm sure we already have 300 here. I know we do, but we don't know which one it's going to be. Right here, this is probably the worst thing on the paint. There's kind of a little chip, maybe a little scratch there. but it's only touched up right there. It's just kind of in. It's not even a dent. It's just kind of a little mark, and I think something probably fell down on it. You can see a little scuff right there on the chrome. Look around the wheel lips. You know, they look good. Chrome tip. It probably didn't have that originally on it. It's got KYB shocks in the front that were replaced, and the exhaust was replaced with a new muffler as well. We did some work underneath the hood. It's a 305. You could not get a 4-speed in California, by the way. If you look underneath the door here, no rust or anything like that. A little dirt from driving it. Yeah, you couldn't get a 4-speed in California. So, and you could only get the rear end. You could only get a 3.08 in these, and you couldn't get that in any other El Camino. They were all under. They were like 292 or something like that. So, we're gonna go ahead and show you the lights. Got marker lights, and we got high beams, low beams, high beams. I think you pull on the handle on the, yeah, we're so used to the old, there we go. And then we got blinkers. And we got, that's the left. And we got the right. All the marker lights work on the side as well. I'll pop back here and show you back here. We got tail lights, brake lights. And then we got blinker left. And then we got right. Then I think the license plate light works too, you can see here. And then go ahead and, I haven't double checked this, let's check the reverse. Yep, there's a reverse there as well. And if you look right here on the paint, you can see right in here, there's a little bit of flaking in underneath there, a little chip right there, but you can see that little filler panel there. But overall, no rust, super rare El Camino for sure. And the color scheme on this is just awesome. But you know what looks even better? Mrs. D. I'll show you some more stuff. Cruising around with me and Mrs. D in the El Camino.
Always get to be the driver.
Hey, you know what? You look great in this El Camino.
Thank you. Look like I was born in '81.
Right. You were, weren't you?
I wish.
Hey. So we are cruising around, and it's a really nice driving car.
It really is like super comfortable. It does float down the road.
Yeah, it really does. Mm-hmm. You look at the gauges and stuff, it does have a tach. You can see it, the gas gauge works. We're going to siphon some of that out because we're car dealers. And you might get floor mats, you might not, I don't know. Oil pressure, temp gauge, we just started it up so it hasn't reached yet, but the miles say 56, 32. Once you hit the wipers real fast, since it's raining. And then it does have tilt wheel as well. You don't have to do that right now, but I think it does have tilt. Actually, I think I'm wrong. It doesn't have tilt. Oh. Sorry. And then I was looking at this, and I was looking over there. So, horn works, and the CB here, that you heard the radio, is not working on AM, but if you flip it over to CB, you can see channel 14 on there. This is a really rare radio. Hello? Can you help me? I don't know if it works, but you can see the channel on there. And I didn't even do it like a real person should, but anyways, it's there. 19. Right. So we're gonna go ahead and put on the brakes for you. No wheel shake or anything like that. Stops nice and straight. And again, it has disc up front and drums in the back. So, like I mentioned before, the AC, you can hear, I'll turn this on, but this just stays on heat, and the cold, it just stays on hot. So there's something with these cables underneath there, as I mentioned before. While I'm sitting in here, I do notice a little tiny little chip right there, but overall, really nice car inside.
This is gonna make a great car for somebody.
Yeah, I'd kind of wish we could keep this, but I say that about everything.
I know, we get attached to, well, you're not supposed to get attached, but we do get attached to everything we get.
I think part of it is, if I get myself in trouble, then I would have somewhere to sleep in the back of that little thing like we were talking.
That's true, because that is nice and big.
Yeah. Or maybe when you get in trouble, you can sleep in there.
Right. You know I never get in trouble.
That's true. Hey, check out our the rest of the auction.
Yeah, thanks for having fun with us. That's what makes this fun. We love selling cars, and a lot of it really makes it fun because there's a lot of car nuts who follow our stuff. So
right.
Thank you.
It's really fun. No reserve. Adios. Hey, we're gonna show you the interior real fast. Watch how nice the door shuts. Really nice. You'll hear a little squeak up there. You can hear the buzzer from the key. So that works, which is cool. I'll take the key out and you can turn it, hear it turn off. Pretty nice interior overall. Original seat, for sure. Looks like something off my grandma's couch in 1981. It's funny how this was dated, but today, this is totally awesome. You can see some little splits. You can see right here just from wear. Everything's intact. If you wanted to replace that, I wouldn't right now. I would just leave it, especially if you're going to garage it. You could probably get that at SMS up in Canby, Oregon here. You can see the gasket right here. It could be replaced. The dash is really nice. Hard to find a dash in this condition. There's one little spot I'll show you when we get on the other side. Steering wheel is nice. It's got a nice leather cover on it, which isn't factory. On it you can see right here, this little piece of chrome came off. You look inside the door jambs, really good condition overall, but you can see a little overspray from a repaint there. Original tags, original VIN number. Motor matches as well, the VIN number stamped on the motor. It's cool too, and I'll show you this while we're driving it. All the gauges seem like they work. I'm just looking here with the engine off. The tach is sitting on 500. The clock is right, but we'll see what happens when we start it and drive it. The radio, you can see the CB and everything. The heater works really good, but it's only working on one speed, high, and the AC is not working. It's because there's a cable that's broken or something in there, and I do have a cable for it, so you might want to tackle that eventually. But heat does work, but these controls aren't really controlling it at all. Funny story real fast. When I was a kid, my parents had split, and so my dad ended up getting a El Camino. So this was my spot to call home, right back here. So he had his new girlfriend pick me up in the El Camino. She sat over there. He sat there, and I got to sit by there. They thought it was awesome.
I always heard that story, but I didn't really realize like how small that actually.
I mean, you know, I was young. Imagine being 18 sitting. No, imagine being 5 years old. Now I thought it was cool.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was cool until we got pulled over by the cops. And what did he say? Hey, crawl underneath here. So he had me hide in there and told me to be quiet.
We don't recommend that in 2022, but it worked great in 1975.
No, I wasn't very thrilled. So, and I could see the cop. I don't know if he could see me, but I was looking out like this little thing here. But anyways, just had a flashback. You can see up here, it's a little loose up there on the headliner, but that would be easy to replace. You can see that's just down just a little bit there, but overall, nice interior. Doesn't smell like smoke or anything like that. I'm gonna take you over to the other side real quick. I'll show you the windows rolling up and down too. Got this one here. Yeah, if you don't mind. That window rolls up nice too. Seeing you in that window.
The window looks pretty good.
No, you look great.
Thank you. You're making up for lost time.
I know. If you can look at the
truck was really nice looking.
Yes, that truck was nice, but it wasn't nice as you.
That's right.
So if you look at the door panel, it looks in good shape. A little bit of wear here on that kick panel. Glove box, got some stuff in here, but glove box is in nice shape as well. Original owner's manual. And you can see a little bit of wear on the carpet right here, but it's nice underneath here, but a little bit of wear there. And that side's nice too. I just didn't get over there and show it to you. This is the only thing on the dash. There's a little crack right there, but everything looks good in here. There's a couple spots in the seat. You got your spare tire. Whoops, there's Jason in there. No, that's not. I should have put Stanley in there. Spare tire and everything is in there as well.
That's perfect.
If you look at the jam, everything looks good. A little bit of wear, overspray right there. And there is one little spot right here. There's a little hole right there, and I don't know, maybe a paintless dent guy got in there, and it's just sanded back here. Part of the reason that is there was some little stuff in there, a little primer here, and I wiped it all off over and over and over to get it off because I wanted to see what it would look like. But it's just a little tiny hole there, so maybe a paintless dent guy was in there. I'm not sure. You can see the gasket cracking. This one's not as bad. Little spot here in the corner, but hopefully that gives you a good look what it looks like on the interior. We're going to go ahead and show you underneath the hood. So we'll pop that. The antenna doesn't go down, by the way, and it's only supposed to go down to here, but the antenna doesn't go down. Engine 305.
I just need the key.
Oh, sorry.
I was trying to signal.
Oh, that's okay. Engine's got a 305 in it. Again, factory 4-speed. You can see the 5.0 here, all the catalyst and stuff. The only thing that we did to it is we put new valve cover gaskets on it, which is a lot of work, by the way. And they look good. Someone, I think, already did the intake manifold at some point, because you can see a little bit of sealant right here across the front. And I just did a little touch up on the intake because it's corporate blue, the right color, but we stripped the valve covers and then repainted them. So I wanted it to look a little bit better. But overall, everything looks really good underneath the hood here. No crashes or anything like that. Original spot welds, original stickers. Very nice condition. Again, like I mentioned before, AC, it's all hooked up, but it's not working underneath the dash there. And I haven't heard this cycle on because the cables, something's not right underneath there. So go ahead and fire her up. You can see this little light that's working. Go ahead and rev it up a little bit. You know, it sounds good. What I'd like to do since they didn't sell these new in California, put dual exhaust on it. And that would sound good. So, it did have nice torque. Do that again. Perfect. So I think that's about it. Oh, the back brakes look awesome. And we put new rotors and new pads up front. So you'll see pictures of the brakes on the back. I forgot to take them on the front, but you'll see a picture of those pretty soon on the auction. So, and it's got the original tag right here. You see it on the auction as well, and the VIN number right there. So, anyways, hopefully that gives you a good look over our little Elky. You're gonna like it.